Welcome, 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 everybody. This is the next edition of Perspective Podcast. Hey, I'm excited, so I'm stumbling on my words, but hey, we got a special show tonight. Good friend of mine, KJ Jones. I'm going to allow him to explain to you what the K and the J stand for, and you're going to enjoy this. But I'm here with my brothers, Damon Armstrong and Jaquari Armstrong. And you know what we are. We're here to give you the real. We're here to give you love, and we're letting you, and we're allowing you to come in on our conversation. Fellas, what's going on? Jaquari, how you doing today, brother?
Hey man, I'm good. I'm healthy again, man, and I would count my blessings, but I ain't got enough fingers and toes, brother.
Look, C19 was fucking with you for a minute, right?
It was, man, but you
It
know,
is what it
I
is.
be,
I
I,
get it.
yeah, man. The older I get, like the more my body is still hurt. I got gout and shit, man. So I'm gonna probably live to about 200 years old, and all that fucking misery. But
Look,
I'm gonna be
man,
alive.
you wake up every day. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah,
Thank you, Jesus.
and then I think
Damon,
about
how
how
you doing
sore I
today,
am for the
brother?
rest of the day.
How you doing today, Damon?
Man, I'm blessed sitting here, man. Just chilling, kicking with the had to feed my baby. She get a little grouchy, so I
Okay.
feed her, and then she get that love back. You know what I'm saying? So,
Sister-in-law.
other, Keith said what
What's
up.
going on, Sister Life? Hey,
She
Sister Guy.
said what up. But yeah, man, I'm blessed,
Okay,
man.
okay,
And glad to be on here with you guys, man. Do what we do.
okay. The man of the hour, man. Hey, look, everybody, I want y'all to know. He hit me up at the same time I was thinking about him. This is the guy, man. This is
It was
one of
meant
the
to
best
be.
brothers I've met. He out of New York, he out of Houston. This is a great guy, man. KJ Jones, how you doing, brother?
Fellas, I'm privileged, man. I'm privileged to join you. You know how they say on Sports Talk, man, long time listener, first time participant. You know
No
what I'm
doubt.
saying? And I really do enjoy and love what y'all do, man. I'm just very happy to be a part of it, to be here and able to chop it up with y'all, man. So thank you very
Cool,
much and looking
cool,
forward to the discussion.
cool, man.
Good to
Cool. Hey,
have you,
look,
brother. Good to meet you. Good to have you.
Welcome.
Looking forward to it, man. Looking forward
hey,
to it.
hey, I want to say that, my brothers and myself, when it comes to company, we got two phases when it comes to company. It is, this is the standard. This is what we do. Hi, hey, how you doing? We cool, blah, 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 blah. But then it's the kind of company like, this man got the same energy we have, and we love the energy he's giving off to us. And, we know that we're going to have a good time with this. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to start off with is this. What I want, KJ, is to explain to everybody, and hopefully our Pitt brethren are in on this because I sent it out to as many people as possible. Let us know what you've been doing over the years since you graduated from Pitt. Let us know
Woo!
your major, and then hey, look, we're giving you the floor, baby boy.
Well, listen, man, thank you. And sometimes it's hard to fathom, man. It graduated almost 40 years ago, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
As they
right.
say, time certainly does fly, but with 40 years, man, it's a
40.
crazy thought. And in a real quick nutshell, I've been up to a lot, Keith and fellas. Went to the University of Pittsburgh, pursuing a communications degree, and got that communications degree and wanted to be involved with radio. Basically, I figured, all right, that'll be my path. As a secondary path, I really wanted to be an engineer, man. I wanted to work
Okay.
in the automotive space, designing engines. As you see, I'm kind of in my lair here in the garage, and I got my hot rod behind me. And growing up, I've always been about cars and hot rods and that type of thing, and really had good hands as a youngster, coming up under the tutelage of friends and my uncle who were into it. Um, but I got sidetracked or by my own fault. I got to own every piece of it. I couldn't get into engineering school because while my hands were really good as a mechanic and such, my math was abhorrent. My math was absolutely horrible, and that's what an engineer is mathematics and physics and the sciences and stuff. And I didn't apply, bottom line. So when the opportunity to go to Pitt came up as a liberal arts student, College of Arts and Sciences, the idea was go ahead and do that and then build the math up to get into engineering school. And
Gotcha.
by my calculation, that was way too much school for my whole soul to tolerate. So
Bro,
I
you was
said,
honest with yourself.
I said, let me figure out
Yeah,
what a good 4 year
yeah.
plan would be, and the communications program was it, which evolved into getting into media. First, radio at CBS Radio Network, and then as the online sector came to be, a company called Prodigy was one of the fledgling online services. I worked there in its infancy and stayed there several years, transitioning communications background into like corporate communications, from news to corporate communications. And then in 1997, and this is the express story, but in 1997, decided that I've got to be able to marry communications with automotive. There's got to be some way. So moved to Southern California. I'm in Los Angeles area right now. Moved out here, got a job at a dealership. My first step into the automotive world professionally, but that was used as a springboard. Let me get in the business to show experience on a resume, and then do my movement around the automotive field and into the media. And through friends and contacts, etc., I got those opportunities. And bottom line, it's been a rocket ship since then. I've been in the game almost 20 years, 19 years with Motor Trend, as senior tech editor for one publication, 50 Mustang and Super Fords, senior tech, as editor in chief of Diesel Power Magazine. And now, since we're in an online space, I work with Motor Trend's online content, specifically the truck and off road group. So, um, in quick English, and when people ask, what do you do? Right now, I play with trucks.
Let me just attach that too. I'm gonna ride. I'm gonna piggyback on that. He is a big fucking big deal, people. That's what's up. But go ahead and finish, man.
Okay, to just attack that. Yeah, I mean, I am. You know what I mean? But my being really makes me reluctant, not necessarily to own that. I'm always going to own it, but my
Yeah,
being makes me reluctant to speak about it. Just in general, not even bragging of the whole puffy chest out and all that kind of thing. That's just generally not me, man. I'm a guy doing a job all damn
no
day.
doubt,
But
no doubt.
in the space, I am a very big deal because I'm the first person of color, the first black man, let's just say, to direct and lead a major publication, and a major automotive publication. Correction, major automotive publication, and one that, when you look at demographics, is, we live in a black-white world, a predominantly white title, Diesel Power Magazine, diesel trucks. The diesel enthusiast is quote unquote the white boy. Okay.
No doubt,
And
no doubt.
when I got the opportunity to lead that title, that was a game changer in the whole automotive publication space. But I got that opportunity based on tenure and based on ability and based on what I was able to do, not necessarily anything to do with the color of my skin. You know what I'm saying? It was a matter of get in there and do the job and show and prove. And thankfully, I've been able to do that. And quite honestly, we've gone now 8 years of me being in the truck space, and I have garnered respect that's deserved by white colleagues, by white truck enthusiasts, people that read the title, read the content, because it's not a matter of KJ being a black dude. It's a matter of KJ just knows what the fuck he's doing, man.
You know
Period, point
what
Right.
he's doing.
Yeah.
you know
That's
what I
real.
mean? So
That's real.
when that's there, as you guys all know, you can't deny it. So we were talking about this before. Bottom line is, I'm like the Barack Obama or the Jackie Robinson in my space. To achieve
Yeah.
the levels that I have in this space was prior to me is not heard of. Seriously.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. And Guys, what do you think about what he said so far? I mean, we already know about it, but what is your impressions about it? I mean, because I have a high opinion about what you guys see in my friends. You know what I mean? Because let me just say to everybody out there and to you guys, I really and truly know I discern what good people are about. That's if I want to brag about something, that's my braggadocious thing. You know what I mean? And when it came to KJ, from the moment that I met him, his laid back New York / Houston demeanor, I always liked it. He was my OG because I was a young boy when I met him.
Yes, sir.
You feel what I'm saying?
My big little bro.
Yeah, and so it was always a good, because I met him with my team OGs, and it was always a good interaction every single time. So, what do you think, Jaquari? What do you think about what he just said?
I mean, just it's a hell of a it's got to be a hell of a feeling, man. To be in a position of trailblazer, man. Seriously, just dealing with situations where you don't really know how these people are going to take you or if they're going to accept you at all. I was just wondering, man. Have you ever dealt with a situation where somebody begrudgingly had to give you your flowers?
Yes, sir. A great situation or a story that directly attacks that, man. In the space, and this goes way back in my career when I was working with the late model Mustang hobby as senior tech of 50 Mustang and Superforce. I was announced as the senior tech editor, and in the automotive aftermarket, performance aftermarket, you have companies that make parts, basically. And because of my involvement as an amateur, as a hobbyist, I got to meet a lot of people and build my Rolodex way early before I got the job. But when I got the job, I was at an event, and there was an owner of a company that makes a pretty popular product. And I understand it. You own a company, it's a popular product. One of the things that's constant is people kind of is hitting you up. Hey, will you sponsor me? Bottom line, will you give me your part? And if you're racing, I'll try to talk about your part, or, we'll try to work something out. But bottom line is don't want to pay for it. And I really wasn't about that with this guy, but we were at a function, and I was with industry friends, and I was in industry, and hanging out went to next level where they were going to go to dinner at a fancy restaurant, this, that, and the other. And I was cool hanging out at the event in the parking lot, and we're drinking brews. But then when they make that move to go have that dinner, and there was no KJ, you want to come through, this, that, and the other. Right. So the owner of that company was there, and, I'm kind of like, I had my friends, and I didn't know him, so trying to meet him or whatever have you, but he was real kind of cold, you know what I mean, giving me the shine off and whatever. And I'm like, okay, all right, cool. Fast forward to when I'm announced as the senior tech editor 50 Mustang and Superforge, and his company is an advertiser of that magazine, and he's counting on me to talk about his product, hopefully in a favorable manner. He hit me up, and his quote-unquote words were, "Oh, I guess I gotta be nice to you."
Oh my God!
How about that? How about that, buddy? I guess you do.
Wow.
And so, what's your point? You know what I mean? You said that. What's your point? I guess
I gotta be nice to you now. Yeah, and now let me share with you, brothers, man. Over time, we actually got past that. Got to be very good work associates. His business, I worked with his product. He's been at my home. I've been at his home. We achieved that type of level. But in the start, he directly sent me an email, said, "Congratulations. I guess I have to be nice to you now." So that resonates to, in his head, in that moment, back at that event years prior, he was a dick. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it came, the karma came around on him. Bottom line.
Look, he acknowledged that he was a dick because he humbled himself on you, even though he tried to make it seem like he's superior with it. He humbled himself. He's like, I gotta be nice to you.
Like, because if I'm not, if we go forward, this cat, he can tank my business.
Look out for me, baby. I'm sorry. Yeah.
He can tank my business. He knew it.
You're damn right.
He knew it.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Damon, what do you think?
What I think, man, is like we kicked it yesterday, and I was automatically comfortable. You know what I'm saying? As far as your accomplishments and stuff like that, how you just described it, you humble. You know what I'm saying? And you was just doing what you love. You know what I'm saying? That's real. And the way my brother described you, I said, because me and you, we haven't met prior to yesterday. And I knew everybody from Pitt, man. And then he was like, no, he was talking real glowing of you, man. And I was like, oh, man, I got to know this brother. I got to meet
Appreciate
him.
it. Appreciate it.
And
Wow.
everything he said, man, rang true. You know what I'm saying?
And
Everything he said rang true.
thank you. And for you guys, man, I've explained I don't have the same sibling cohesiveness. Don't get me wrong. There's cohesiveness as siblings, but from a communicative standpoint, that's not like what y'all cats have, and I do appreciate that. And quite honestly, man, I feel like bogarting myself up in y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
No doubt.
you
I
No
know,
was
doubt.
thinking about that. I was thinking about that when you said it yesterday, man. Shit, how many brothers you got?
say again.
I said I was thinking about that when you said that yesterday. How many brothers do you got?
3.
You got
We
Three
three.
should shit. We
brothers.
should we should have them all. Shit.
Hey, are you the oldest? Where you
No,
lie in?
I fall 1, 2, second, and then 2 more behind.
Okay, okay. Look here. Hey, here's my thing. Here's my take on everything. It's the point where I wanted you to come on here because everybody knows who you are. That's in your circle. Pit circle, automotive circle, the whole nine, right? But there's this one person that I've always seen that I couldn't really describe, but I always seen that I always liked about you. And I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna ask a question in the beginning, and then I'm gonna ask it again at the end. And I
Hmm.
and I'm curious to see if it's going to be a different answer.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
Uh-huh.
the question is this, and I wrote it down. So I'm an old man, so I ain't got that quick wittedness. You know what I mean? But my point is this, and it's more of a personal thing, right? When it comes to your parents, right? Two-part question.
Mhm.
Do you Can you think of anything that you wish that your parents would have told you when they sent you off the pit? That you wish they would have told you, right? And then the second question is it something that they gave you that served you well when you went off the pit? That's the first. That's the
Great,
first
great,
part of it.
great 2-part question, man. And really trying to search my mind, honestly, on, is there something I wish they
Okay,
would have told me?
let me interrupt you, Damon. We're gonna give KJ some time because that is a deep question to ask right away. So we're gonna give him some time. So Damon, do you heard the questions, right? Answer
But
one of them motherfuckers.
the one thing, man, the night before, no, the day when our dad put me on the bus, man. He said, man, the one thing that I'm gonna give you that's most important than anything is my name, and and I want you to represent it the best way you can in your own way, and then eventually make it your name too. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, for me, that was a good feeling, man, because he passed. It was like a rite of passage, man. So it was like a rite of passage, and I thought about that the whole time, man, on my bus trip to college. And it's something as simple as that. Hey, man, you going out in the world, represent and make it your own. And I never forgot that. That became my mantra also.
Okay, okay. Ja'Quari.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
So yeah,
I believe, man. Well, when I was 18 years old, man, I went off to school and everything, man. You know, my situation was different, man. You know, I pop pop paid for the first three semesters of my schooling with unemployment checks.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Uh, so that right there, man, alone, man, just conveyed the importance, his importance of education, man. It didn't matter, what you did with your life, man. It didn't matter, how many
Yeah.
letters you might end up with at the back of your name, when you was done, man. As long as you had knowledge, man. So
Okay.
when he made that gesture, because he didn't have to do that, you know, uh, 18 years old, I had a plan. I thought I had a plan, man, and I thought I had a way to make that plan work. But fortunately, man, I didn't have to take that risk because he paid for my first three semesters of fucking college with unemployment checks. You know
Gotcha,
what I mean?
gotcha.
And that's it, man. That's it. It lit a fire in me, man. In terms of not just college, man, but just having a standard that you set for yourself, and what you try to convey to your kids, man. That kind of selflessness, should be should be generational. You know what I mean? It really reinforced that I was standing on the shoulders of giants. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But as far as the second question, man, I believe what was it again? Refresh my memory.
What he gave you and what he didn't, and what you wish he would have gave you, was you wish he wouldn't have gave you. So it's
You
what
know what?
didn't he give
You know what? It's the funniest thing, man. But I always say, man, I don't think either one of my parents instilled in me like the common sense of hustle. I'm not a hustler. You know what I mean? And when all work is, your main job is your hustle or whatever. But they wanted to make sure, man, that I had the tools, to be successful, to go and maintain myself. You know, if that was going to be the only thing that I was going to be doing, or if that was going to be something that I was doing in the meantime while I tried to figure it out.
you.
You
Gotcha.
know what I mean? And I say, I'm not a hustler like it's a bad thing, but I am a hustler. But because I'll work from sundown, man. I'll go above and beyond. But as far as having two jobs, Pop told me two jobs was for two motherfuckers,
For
man.
two people.
Two
Two
people.
people.
For two people,
That's what's
and,
up.
That's what's
that's
up.
his main point, man. Was if what you're doing can't maintain yourself, man, then you got to step it up, son. You got
That's
to
it.
step it up,
That's it.
you know. So it's not an easy question, man. But
No, 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 no doubt, no doubt.
fortunately, yeah, fortunately, man, I'm skilled enough to have babbled my way through that shit successfully. Thank you.
No doubt.
He said thank you.
KJ,
Yeah,
KJ.
man. I had a couple minutes to think about it, and knee jerk was what didn't they tell me? And knee jerk was like, man, they kind of set me up pretty good and told me everything as far as the be ready for and this, that, and the other. But then I really thought about it and listening to y'all brothers. One thing that wasn't discussed, if you will, or wasn't, be wary of or don't do this, was, and before I answer this, I want to preface or caveat it with it really at the end of the day wasn't a bad thing, but don't give someone your heart was never discussed before I rolled out.
No
the
doubt,
script.
no doubt. Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna let you finish, KJ. I gotta acknowledge everybody on here. Kevin Worthen, what's up, baby boy? Hey, Big Bill Scarborough. Hey, always listening. And Clyde Vaughn, baby.
Woohoo!
Clyde Vaughn.
Money!
Captain
Ah!
Clyde, baby. That's what's up. Hey,
My
Clyde
God.
said he said he's cooking, but he can't stay on for long. But you know,
What up, man?
he had to come on for his boy. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. That's
All right,
what's
go
up.
ahead, KJ. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Don't fall into the praise of the honey, if you will. You feel me? And not that I did. You know, I didn't go all in. Tell you the truth, I didn't go all in until my junior year.
Right.
So as far as that goes, you know, having the real like girl at school didn't happen till the end of my junior year and then my whole senior year. But you know, girl at school versus girl at home, two different things. You know what I mean? And girl at school really was like, okay, you 18, 19, 20 years old and everything, and you sitting there thinking you could do life. You know what I mean? And it's like looking back, and absolutely no disrespect, because my girl then is still my very dear, dear, dear friend today. And we're
No doubt.
talking almost 40 years.
No
But
doubt.
you know, it wasn't don't go all in, because the other side of that heartbreak is just so tremendous. You know what I mean? If I'd have had a heads up about it before I went to Pitt, or as I was getting into Pitt, that probably would have been a pearl I'd held on to. You know what I'm
No
saying?
doubt. No doubt.
Um, but as far as what they set me up with, like I said, man, you know, that was pretty much everything. But to Damon's point, I mean, first and foremost, and probably the only the top of the pole, man, is just like, look, man, your name is out there. You feel me? Our name is out there, okay? And you going forward, you know, and out of the whole clique, you the first one to move like that, okay? So out of the whole clique, you the first one to move like this. Let's put it in English and always keep it 100, man. Don't fuck this up. You know what I mean? And
Right.
the thing is, your name is what it's about. Your grind is what it's about. You grew up watching your elders grind hard.
Yes.
That's You're not from a silver spoon in your mouth in any respect. You from hard work, and
Yes.
hard work does pay off. So go down to that motherfucker and get your books right. You know what I'm saying? Definitely have your social, and embody the whole thing. You know what I mean? But don't do nothing. Don't be knocking the old ladies out, taking their money. Don't be out there, you know, getting arrested. I mean, real talk. Go
Yes.
ahead and if you want to do that, get high, whatever, and get you drunk on and all that kind of thing. But remember, if and when you do that, your name is going to be linked to it if something go wrong. You know,
No
and
doubt.
that's something that I really, man, I'm adamant to this day about that, and especially now since I've achieved, you know, the heights that I have professionally and all that kind of thing, man, it magnifies even more. Real talk.
Yeah.
Social media exploded it. You know, Google exploded it. You know what I mean? I've never thought or fathomed that I could be Googled, like legit Googled,
Ain't
and
that a trip, man?
you
Ain't
know
that
what
a
I'm
trip?
saying? It's
Hey,
crazy.
KJ, I found out it's like 4 other cats got my name, man, except for the middle name, man.
Man, listen, it's a real sobering thing, man, and it'll keep you on point if you have that sitting in the back of your head, like, hey,
Yeah.
Carlin J. Jones, and there's that government for you, Keith. Okay,
There it is. I
there's
knew.
that
Look, I knew it was coming.
there's that government for you. Carlin J. Jones is but not for nothing, a one and only, but he's the seed of Grover Williams Sr., John A. You know what I mean? And that's how you have to move in the space, man.
No
And
doubt.
that was definitely parked on me before I left to go to University of Pittsburgh.
No doubt. No doubt. I want to acknowledge our last guest. Sure, Rochelle Turner is on. She watching us. She's saying good stuff, guys. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Hey,
Rochelle.
great episode, Shelly. For real. You know, that's family right there. So I gotta acknowledge it.
Right on.
Look,
what's going on,
let
Shelly?
me
How you
just
doing?
say this. Let me just say this. As men, what you have to do is understand when you say I'm a man, what that really means. It is not that blown up, you know, bigger than life. I'm a man and da 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 da. No, to me, this is my opinion, and I want you guys to, you know, give me yours. As a man, is to understand my flaws, but keep going. Understand who I am and understand my limitations, but at the same time, my strengths come into play because I understand my limitations. You see what I'm saying? Because, and KJ will tell you, and you look, y'all grew up with me. I've always been, even though I think it is the exact opposite of who I am, I've always gave this air of being conservative, being quiet, being laid back.
Yep.
But what I've always been was I was in understanding why I was there and what my purpose was. You know what I'm saying? Because see, and this is going to take us into the question. When I was in my 20s, I stopped explaining to people what kind of person I am. Because of my demeanor, I kept running into people who said, oh, you're a teddy bear. Oh, you're nice. You're this, you're that. And I used to look at them and say, I'm not that. But I know I have home training. So if you don't hear me loud and boisterous and all of this, it's because my parents and my grandparents taught me well. Right? And I found that difficult. So my question is to you guys, navigating through your life and through this world, what is the most difficult thing that you found when it came to dealing with what kind of person you was as opposed to what environment you were in? You guys understand what I'm saying? Do I need to elaborate a little more?
No, I'm good.
Yeah,
I mean, as
go ahead. Go ahead, Jacory.
no, I'm saying as a youngster, man, I wasted a lot of time, man, trying to live up to societal standards of manhood, man. But I was lucky enough to learn young that a man makes and establishes his own code. If it's too high, reach it. If it's too far, go get it. If it's too heavy, lift it. And I don't make it no technical than that. I make myself happy, man. As a man, I make myself happy, man. And I've been able to support the people around me, man, in the ways that a man should. And up to this point, I've been successful.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Just to, now you got what I want to do is just really drive home because Jaquari has a great answer. So what I'm saying to you is, just to add a little caveat to that is, do you carry yourself in the way that you feel the world should look at you, or do you carry yourself in the way that you look at yourself?
I carry myself in the way that I look at myself, man, because, as I said on previous shows, man, I'm always a gentleman, and I figured out that me being a gentleman helps me to propel myself forward in in a positive fashion. Expert at negative behavior, expert, but the good I got to work on, and I got to do it every day.
Gotcha.
I'm a good man because not for the sake of image, not for the sake of a specific look or anything like that. I'm a good man because I got grandkids. I do things for young people, for kids or whatever, man. I don't expect anything in return. They can't do anything for me, but karma has set up the world in a certain way that what you put out is usually what you expect to take back in. But what they don't tell you is that karma doesn't always come back to you. especially if you're in the mind frame that you know you don't really give a fuck about the world. So why should you give a fuck about what happens to you? You're going out taking chances, so that means okay, yeah, shit, whatever happens, happens. But you know, if you got people that you got to consider in your life, you know, that'll really, really make you kind of be more calculated about your moves, man. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. KJ,
I that's
what
a
do you
great
think about
question,
that?
man. I move. I believe I move in a way that I'm most comfortable. excuse me, with me. Now don't get this the wrong way, but I say this quite often. Um, in some instances, I don't care what people think. Okay. In some instances, of course, I do care what my family thinks. I care what my wife thinks. You know what I mean? I care what people who are close to me and who mean a lot to me. I'm very concerned about their opinions of me and what they think. But being in the space I'm in, which is an extremely large public space, I'm also in a position where I'm not going to be to everyone's liking. So I can't be overwhelmingly concerned about that to the point where it might make me sick or make me move, in ways I shouldn't move. An example of what we're getting at or what I'm getting at is I've said this a lot. I'm real good with me, man. I like me. Okay. I like me, not necessarily from a big head conceited standpoint, but I'm very comfortable with myself. But in instances where, I have, not for nothing, man, where I've moved the wrong way because I'm comfortable with myself, I felt like, man, Cage, nah, dude, that's not even you, as they say. You know what I mean? So for whatever reason that I move that way, I'm able to catch myself and say, like, that ain't even what you about, it ain't even what you do. So get right. You feel me?
Okay. 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 Damon?
You know, as far as with me concerning me personally, man. A man once told me, man, that if you the same cat at 45 and when you was 25, man, that you wasting time, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Wasted your fucking time.
You wasting time.
Yep.
And that was Uncle Calvin.
Okay.
Whew.
And
Wow.
just to give y'all an idea of the space that I'm in right now, man. People look at humility, man, as a negative connotation, man. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But if you are really humble, man, and you looking at yourself, the world don't really matter, man, because that helps you through your growth. You know what I'm saying? If you are humbled by something, that means that you have empathy. You have care and concern. You know what I'm saying? And you're checking yourself in that vein. You're checking yourself in that situation. It's just like, damn, I consider myself a compassionate person, but was I compassionate in that situation, or was I speaking out of anger? You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at right now. Right now, man, the world we living in, man, is so distant. And, you talk about, you got cats that's commentating on basketball games that's saying that a cat had a bad game, then he got a low character. Shit don't jive. Don't make any sense to me. You understand what I'm saying? So, to keep myself sane or stay in the place that I am, I got to look at myself. You know what I'm saying? My manhood comes from my humbleness, is what I'm saying. If I'm humbled by a situation, or if I have empathy by a situation, I don't see it as weakness. I see it as a man who's trying to understand where he fits in his life. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward. Everybody can't sit back and vibe like we do, man. Somebody might take what we said thus far as personal. And that's a crazy world to me. It's a crazy world to me. So what I have to do, man, is I have to stay focused on, okay, I'm on my P's and Q's. Am I being the best human being that I could be? You know what I'm saying? And if I'm staying on that pathway, I don't care what a person. Anybody can say, "Oh man, he ain't no man," or "he this, he that." I don't care. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that matters to me is that the people that I encounter, the human beings that I encounter on my daily journey through this world, man, did I give them my best self, or was I, or did I take out some shit on an innocent person that somebody else made me mad about? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I have to stay humble in that, man, and you know that's where I'm at. You know, I look at like the song says, the man in the mirror. I look at it, and I be honest about myself. I don't lie to myself, man. You know, and it took me to my 50s to realize that shit.
Lying to yourself's an ugly feeling, man.
Yeah.
It really is. I feel
It
you.
is.
It
look,
just makes your whole being feel horrible.
Especially when you know you're lying to yourself.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
All right. Well, look. This is what we're gonna do this time. Now, KJ, I told you that it was gonna be a specific question. That. Well, let me do this first. Guys who's watching, make sure you go and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Strong Perspectives Podcast, because you know why? If you really pay attention to it, if you catch us live, if you go back and just watch it on the channel, you see that we have a great time because we love speaking to each other. We love speaking to our guests. We love speaking to each other. All right? Pass it along. Now, our females, I hate to use that word female, but our women,
sisters.
our sisters.
Future lady guests.
There it is. That's what we want. We want future lady guests, right? KJ, if you have somebody in mind, let us know. We're gonna bring you on because what we're trying to do, we're trying to create this energy to make it go forward and be forward because it's all about love here. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna tell you, KJ, what we do, and we told all our former guests. You have two things. You have a reoccurring appearance, which we already told you, right? And then secondly, this is therapy.
Oh, no doubt.
So
sure.
This is why I asked the same question twice. The middle and the begin is between the beginning and the middle and toward the end. We're going toward the end. So I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked earlier. What do you feel your parents gave you to prepare you for the world? And what do you feel they didn't give you to prepare you for this world?
Prepare me for the world, man. It's unanimous. No other way around it. They gave me grind, man. They gave me grind. And I'm going to share a quick story to bring that home real quick, man. My first gig ever, 13 years old. My mother got me a job in the grocery store, the grocery market. And she got me that job based on she's a regular customer. And this is going back in the day, man, where, you know, in the black community, you had the grocery store and your parents or whatever, frequent shoppers, but they had a relationship with the store. And she knew the manager is where your mom could get her check cash, bottom line. You know what I'm saying? Without going in the bank and all, whatever have you. So anyway, you know, she was one-on-one with the manager and asked, you know, can you give my son a job? And the manager did. And I thought I was going to be a supermarket guy. You know what I'm saying? You know, they had a little stamper and shit and popping the prices on the things. And that's how things started out. And it's like, okay, you know, I'm good with it. I'm working. I'm making a little couple of chunk change, whatever have you. There was a day, man, it was summer. It was hot, then hot, then hot. It was a Friday just like this, man. And I had to go to work from 4 to close. And wasn't driving to work or nothing like that. My mother dropped me off in the car, dropped me off at work, and then, you know, finished work, picked me up. I wasn't close to driving. I'm 13. I go in, and there was a cat. His name was Rob, just Rob. And Rob, today's term is special needs, okay? But Rob was special needs. He had a job and he was working, but his job was to hustle the carts in and have the carts stacked up for people to come, Anyway, Rob was out this Friday. It's super hot outside. And I come in and say, look, what aisle you need me in, dog? Where you need me? What I'm doing. And my man said, well, look, Rob ain't here. I need you out there in them carts, man. We're going to be busy and stuff. I go out in the lot, and the lot's huge. And I'm pulling the carts in, man. And I'm kind of like, man, I hope nobody see me doing this because they all know it's Rob's gig. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, they got me on cart. Like, okay, let me go ahead. No, I bring like this freight train of carts in, man. Like, we should be good for Friday. All right, let me bring this freight. I'll have them lined up in front of the store. I go to see the manager, and I'm like, my man, okay, got the carts. What aisle I'm in? What I do now? My man looked at me and said, well, I thought we'd have you out there on the carts for the whole shift. I looked at that joke and was like, man, I think I need to clock out. There ain't no way in the world you're going to have me doing what Rob do. It's 300 degrees out here on a Friday. The homies coming through with their moms and all that. No, sir. So I told this man, I think I need to clock out. And he said, yeah, white dude. Yeah, I think you need to, right? So, boom, I clocked out, walked home. So I hit the door, right? Click, click, click. Big Gladys like, what the fuck you doing at home?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I got the cue of I quit out of my face, and she beat me merciless. Okay? I quit, and she mobbed on me, right?
Oh my God.
And she said the prophecy that going to close it up, what I got and I've always had from that moment, and I'm 13 years old, she said, dude, and dude was another term.
Yeah.
She said, dude, you will shovel shit against a hurricane for an honest dollar.
That's real.
There it is.
That's real.
There it is.
Yes,
wow.
You will shovel shit against it. And, I didn't think of the depth of it. My mother got me that job. She had to go back to that store and shop. You feel me? I'm thinking of none of that. Okay? Circle back to your name, your integrity.
Yep.
It's your
You
name.
feel me? I blew all that out of the water, and at 13 years old, I said, never again. That's it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know that was great, KJ. It really was. So,
Yeah.
what we'll do is everybody take a couple minutes, give us an impression of this episode, and I'll start first, and really a couple minutes. Basically, what I feel is this: the bottom line. It is always good when men and women get together and actually have a conversation. See, this is what we do. We're about the conversation. Look, what I know of everybody here right now, we confrontational dudes. And we will tell you how we feel. But we just went through 48 minutes worth of real conversation. And what that tells you is it is definitely possible.
Oh, for sure.
Always possible, to be perfectly honest. This is not an anomaly. This is what real life is about. All right, Damon, give us a couple minutes, man.
Well, I'm gonna keep it short, man. The thing about it, man, as far as what we do, as far as this particular podcast, man, it's just four brothers being honest, man, and talking about experience. You know what I'm saying? And I think, man, that we are old enough to earn respect and being listened to, man. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, man, you see so much stuff happening, man, and there's no foundation to it. Nobody's being personal. Nobody's talking about their experience. It's like, you know what I'm saying? This episode right here alone, man, makes me feel like all of us give a damn about having that message put out, man. You know, whereas people, man, they move so fast and they're so busy trying to do this or do that that they don't pay attention to what we discussed. You know what I'm saying? KJ just talked about an important message that his mom gave him. His mom gave him. I talked about what my dad gave us. Y'all talked about the things that were personal that impacted your lives growing up. You know what I'm saying? People don't generally sit back and have those conversations, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If they do, I'm not privy to them. Put it that way.
Gotcha.
So I appreciate what we do, man. I appreciate this conversation because it means you know I'm comfortable in this space right now.
Gotcha. Jaquar, we'll let you go last, KJ, because you're our guest. Jaquar?
Man, I think, man, we provide a lot of useful byplay, man. A lot of useful byplay. I mean, things are said during our conversations, man, that, you know, quite honestly, during other times, you know, I really don't even, you know, think about during the day. You know what I mean? It's a situation, man, where, you know, everybody's relaxed, everybody's, you know, able to say what's on their mind. You know, rarely do you have that. You know, I mean, without everybody. I mean, we interrupt each other all the time, man. But, you know, we don't get in our feelings or anything like that. You know, that's not what this space is about. You know, that's what I really like to have conveyed, man. Is that this space, man, is ultimately, man, a productive. You know, hopefully a productive space. You know, and if it's you know, just for our edification, man, just for, you know, our just for us four, man. If it serves our spiritual, you know, nourishment, man, then hey, shit, it's a good thing. It's a good thing, man. You know, and you know, I'm all about, you know, being on the screen and shit, you know, because I be looking like a freaky dream and shit. So yeah.
You all right, man?
KJ, bring us home, man.
Man, I can't thank you guys enough for welcoming me, for trusting me in your space, man. You know what I'm saying? To me, what you guys have going on with the strong perspective, you know, it's like kind of sacred. You know what I mean? Three brothers that clearly are very close with each other. You know what I mean? You can feel your love when you guys are together and having, you know, your discussions and everything. So to you know, to trust me into it really makes me feel very, very good, you know. And Keith, our relationship is a long time now, and it's been nothing but solid. And now I feel like I have two other bros that, you know, will be
Yeah,
just as solid as we progress, you know, over time, man. I honestly feel that in my heart. So, you know, thank you very, very much. I do, before we close, you had that offline, that backline question, and I'm like, yeah, okay, let me go ahead and answer that, because I didn't when I said what I do. But you asked me how many miles I fly every year, and I'm in the sky on average about, I guess it would average about 60,000 miles, but I've had 75,000 and 90,000 mile years, just being in
wow.
planes
Wait.
and going and playing with cars and playing with trucks, literally all over the world, man. So you know,
Yeah.
that's kind of blessing and curse type thing. As I've gotten older and longer time in the game, you know, the mechanics of travel, they not what they used to be. You know what I'm saying? You got to plot
Yeah,
more and plan more and move a little
no
different.
doubt.
But one of the things that is good about the travel and the experience that I have is that I'm always learning something, and never. I say this to young people a lot: never not learn. Always learn something. That's something we've been doing since Pitt days, man. Don't ever stop learning. So that's
Oh, yeah.
that's it, man. I just really genuinely can't thank you cats enough, man. And I trust that even when I'm not on it, you guys will just really keep this going, man. Because as you said, Keith, it's great energy. Or
Yeah.
Jakari said it, it's great energy, and I hope that your audience, the brothers and sisters who are watching, especially our Pitt colleagues and classmates and friends, you know, the brother, big guy got it going on. He got it going on with his brothers, and I hope that you will support them from this point forward.
No doubt, no doubt. Um, Ja'Quari, he blanked out. What KJ, you have the distinct privilege to be in the inaugural 5-minute Armstrong corner. Ja'Quari named it another name. I can't remember what it is, but he blanked out of here. But what we're going to do, guys, everybody who's looking in on it, we're going to give my brother Damon 5 minutes of,
Oh Lord, have mercy.
yeah, getting it off his chest, damn it.
That's what's
he
up.
needs it. He needs
World
it.
according to Damon. Let's go.
Let's get it. Let's go, Damon.
No, man. You know what's crazy, man? Any other day, man, I'd have jumped on it and got on my soapbox, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'd have got on my soapbox, man. But there's so much going on in the world, man. And I have my opinion about it, But I think, man, what's most important, man, that everybody, man, that's listening or we come in contact with, man, we let them know that, if you wake up, if God blesses you to wake up every day, man, that gives you an opportunity to make changes in your life, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the world might be chaotic, man, but in your circle, in your life, man, you can make a difference, man. Because for the last 2 weeks, I haven't even watched the news, man. Trying to, just trying to stay grounded, and making that connection with my grandbaby, So I'm in a good place. I'm not hostile this week, man. I'm not hostile this week.
Angry black man, I feel you.
Hey, KJ. Sometimes it be like that, bro.
Yes, sir.
But instead of spewing that out and expressing that, y'all put me in a good place, man, and I'm gonna be positive, man, and it's all love. It's all love.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, but the next episode you're gonna get 5 more.
Oh yeah, I got it written down, Keith. I got my notepad.
All right, notepad. Damn it.
Hey.
Look, we gave you 18 hours. Hey, Ja'Quari's back. Ja'Quari, what is this 5-minute segment that you named it for Damon? What's the name of it? So we let our audience know.
Oh, it's called Speak on the Strong.
Speak on it strong.
Speak on it
That's
strong.
what's up. That's what's
Well,
up.
Keith, you kind of I think it's before we went live, man. You started talking about Alabama coach.
All right, look.
Nick Saban. Crying Nick.
I want to get this. Look, quickly. I'm gonna go to each one of you guys. What do you think? Do you think he was wrong for what he did or right? Because this is for the sake of another episode, but I want to keep this under an hour because this was a great damn episode, man. So, what do you think, KJ?
Nick can't cry now. I said what I said. Nick, you can't cry now, buddy. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's too late. Too bad. Good luck.
Damon, what do you think?
What I think is I love what Primetime did to him, man. Won't take his calls. Bumped his, he ain't go at him, but he hit him with that. We don't do that in our community. With the, you know what I'm saying, with the black thing.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay. Ja'Quari?
You'll notice that when we was talking about it the first time, I didn't say anything, man, because I don't know what y'all talking about, brother. I don't watch news. I don't watch sports.
I was waiting for you. I was giving you the opportunity to say, "Hey, man, I don't really give a fuck about this," but
like I said, as far as the conversation, though, man, I mean, I see it going a lot of places.
Hey, quiet as kept. I thought that's what he was gonna say. What y'all talking me? I don't have shit to say.
I mean, I want to respect y'all. Respect what y'all got to say, man.
No doubt. But look, I want to thank all three of y'all, man. Look, always. Hey, KJ, wonderful guest, man. Great,
Thank
Yeah,
you, man.
great
yeah.
guest, brother. For real.
Thank you.
We appreciate
Look
you,
forward
man.
to having you back, brother.
Hey,
Look forward to
please
having you
come
Look
back,
back.
forward
man.
to coming
Please
back.
come back. You
That's
know
for
what I
No
sure.
mean?
doubt.
Damon Jaquan, always, man. Always great work, man. I appreciate y'all. That's real.
Oh yeah. Rest in peace, cousin slash sister. You know what I'm saying? Kim.
Kim Johnson, we love you,
Come
baby.
down. Brother,
We
Rest
love
in
you.
peace.
I'll
Rest
see
in
you
peace,
Tuesday.
baby. See you Tuesday.
Yep.
Let me give you,
All right,
if I
guys.
can, I know you're closing,
Go
but
ahead.
let me give you a quick, and this is for your audience too, especially we have Pitt brothers and sisters out here. Tomorrow,
Okay.
Saturday, 21 May 2022, we're going to have a very mini Pitt Panther reunion right here on Jones Beach. We got Dexter Edmonds and Keith Tinsley coming through tomorrow afternoon, man. So we're
Homeboy,
gonna take
Keith Tinsley, homeboy.
yeah, you're man from the D. That's right. I'm gonna take some
Yes, sir.
pics and
Yes,
make
sir.
sure you get them and everything. But Dex is coming out to LA and got it all
Okay.
set up that he's gonna come through. We're gonna chop it up, man. Some drinks and
Ooh,
food and shoot some pool and the whole nines. It'll be good.
look. Hey, KJ, they got a chance to see it last night. You know, we still got that little jealous look on our face, like, okay,
Hey, always
you have
welcome.
fun.
Just get on the plane. Get on the plane, guys. That's to everybody. I wish people would come visit.
Yeah, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go to our channel, Strong Perspective Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Let your family know. Let everybody know because we got something for everyone. Pitt family, we love y'all. Look, KJ is one of the first of the Pitt fam. Let's go. You know what I'm
Hail to
saying?
Pitt all
Hit
damn
me up.
day.
Hit me up
Yes.
on the messenger. You want to come on? Kevin Wortham. You know you
Get
on here,
on.
baby boy.
No
You know
doubt.
you on here. Get in touch with me. Big Bill, everybody. Hey, Clive Vaughn, Captain. Come on, baby. You see this? Come on here. But hey, thank you again, guys. And this is Strong Perspective Podcast. And we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.